everybody, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing a nail art tutorial, and it's a Robin Moses inspired. The tools I'm going to be using are, I'm going to be using my acrylic paints, and they are Liquitex ones and they are fantastic. So I'm using black, green, gold, a royal blue, I've got white and a pale blue. They're the colours I'm going to be using, and also my Young Nails Protein Bond. And this, now this is actually a top coat, but I'm going to be using it as a base coat. And it is just a stunning glitter coat. It's not, even though it looks like there's tons of glitter in, it doesn't overpower your nails, so it's really pretty. So that's going to be my base coat. And then I have all my different tools, dotting tools and various size brushes, my silicone mat and some water for cleaning my brushes off. So I just get bored with, I only had my last design on a week and I get bored. So I'm going in with my Protein Bond now, just giving them a quick coat, just make sure everything's going to stick to them. And that's them done. And when I've done that, I'm going to go in with my base coat. I'm just going to be doing, they're all going to have one coat, each finger, apart from the pinky and the pointer, and they're both going to have two coats. So I'll do one finger, and then I shall just we'll speed the rest up, put some music on and let you watch the rest so you don't get too bored. But it's not an overly noticeable gel polish, which is what I love. So there you go, and I shall finish up and then I shall come back to you once we get all set up and you can zoom through it. There we go, all top coated and ready. I just want to tell you a little bit more about this. Now I can't pronounce this, so I'm sorry, you're going to have to find that out for yourself. It's actually called on the side Aurora top coat, and it is a no wipe, which is awesome. And it's just so shiny and smooth. I can't big it up enough, and it is so cheap. What I'll do, I will find it. I got it from AliExpress. I'll find it and put the link in the description box. Now I'm coming in now with my black Liquitex acrylic, and I'm just going to water it down a little bit. It's a bit too thick and gloopy, and I can't work with it if it's too thick. I like it so it's nice, smooth, so it runs better when you're using it. This is my second voiceover for this part, by the way. I was yakking so much I ran out of time, so I'm having to watch what I'm doing now. So that's what I'm going to be doing, as you can see me demonstrating that wonderfully with my brush. It's literally just a kind of a curved edge, and we're going to make our own tip. I mean, as you can see, we've got white tip, we've got an ombre and all sorts going on there, but they're going to be a black tip, and it's going to just be a nice swirly shape. So we're just going in with that one. And all three nails will have this shape. And instead of using gel polish or whatever to fill these gaps in, which you could, it just seems a lot less hassle using my paint. Well, A, the paint's already out, and B, it's so thin, you're not really adding extra layers, whereas a gel paint, you're adding layers. And at this point, we don't need it any thicker than what it is, because otherwise it's going to look ridiculous if there's too much on. So nice thin layer. Just filling in the second one, and we must make sure every little gap is filled in, because when it comes to top coating this, it's too late once it's done. We've got all the little nooks and crannies, get them all filled in. As you can see, I'm just going around the edges now and just making sure I've got all the bits, even the free edge, which is often forgotten. And up down the sides. It just makes it look so neat. If you miss bits, it looks like you've kind of rushed it. Even though this isn't it's not an overly neat design to do, because it's so easy. It's almost like squiggles, but it looks like you've really taken your time to do it. But if you miss bits out like this bit, this is the important bit. You've got to get these bits right, the base is right. So here we go. And that is rubbish, so you will see that's coming off. A little bit of isopropyl alcohol and it's off. And away we go with another go. We'll have another try. That's not bad. There we are. Perfect. And we'll just fill that one in just the same. And I tell you something, it seems to be so much easier to fill in than you trying to use gel paint. I mean, you can see how quick that's filled in. If I'm using gel paint, it takes me forever. And how many coats does gel paint often have to have? Especially your blacks. So, do what's easier. And this is definitely easier. So that's it. And I shall come back in a moment and we will put our top coat on when I've finished faffing. There we go. Okay, so now I've got all my colours on my palette and I'm going in with a gold with my striping brush, and all I'm doing is placing a really thin line across that black where the nail bed side of the black, just a very thin line. Doesn't have to be neat because most of the design is going to cover it. All you're going to see is an odd glimpse of gold, so don't worry about it being perfect, because as I've said before, I can't do it perfect. Now, I didn't use my striping brush as a striping brush, to be fair, when I was doing this. It's just I find it easier to use a striping brush when I'm doing this sort of stuff, even though I don't use it like that. Okay, so now we're going to go in with the green and we're going to do the leaves. Now, you don't have to worry about these. They don't have to be, you just do them however you want. There's so many different shapes and sizes of leaves. So I'm not the best at leaves, the same as I'm not the best at lines. But you do what you can. That is what I've just done, is pretty much all you need to do. I do put a couple over the black, but it's not really important because you can't really see it. But it's nice to have some that's covering the nail bed so you can see that there are leaves there. And same with this, the bold that I'm using. A lot of it's going to be covered with the flowers and the leaves. And the same with the leaves, the flowers are going to cover the leaves. But that's the idea when you're trying to do a flower design. It's got to look like it's like a sprig of flowers where everything covers each other. It makes it look more 3D, I suppose. I don't know, but you know, you've got to have these layers, otherwise it's going to look weird. So I'm just going in and doing all 3 nails and just putting my little leaves on first, and then that's that part done again. So just finishing that one and all done. Okay, so that's our leaves done, And next we're going to go in and we're going to start our flowers. So we take a little bit of white on our brush, don't go too mad, but we're just going to do, these are so easy guys, it's like little triangles. That is pretty much it. You sort of do your little gentle brush strokes, but it's going to look like a triangle. As you can see there, that's it. And we do 3 of those. And that is the start of your flower. I mean, how easy is that? Now, come on, guys. Anyone can do this. This is why I chose this design to show people, because, you know, I'm not too bad at art now. I've improved. But, you know, I'm still not brilliant. But I just wanted to show that some designs are really easy, because when you actually break it down into bits, it's actually a lot simpler than you think. Now I'm coming in now with some little buds, little flower buds. So it's almost like you're doing little white leaves instead of the green ones. So just a few little buds. And that is pretty much the start of your flower nail now. So what I'll do, I'm gonna, well, no, I've done it, I've jumped to them now, they're all done. So I didn't even have a chance to say I'm going to jump to it, it's done. Right, so they're done. We're going to start with our colour now, and the colour is what really brings this all together. I mean, I know it's taken shape now, but the colour is what does it. So I'm going to be coming in with the pale blue first. I did dip my brush in the dark blue and then realised I was an idiot, and it's pale blue. So back we go, in with the pale blue. And you pretty much do the same strokes as you was doing when you put the white on, but you just don't go as far up the nail, up the flower. Sort of, if you go 3/4 of the way, I would say, with your pale blue, and then you'll go 1/4 of the way with your dark blue. Gone out of shot yet again. Again. And then you do the same with your little buds, just a little dot of blue right at the base. And that's it, guys. That is how simple. You know, it's brilliant. And they're really coming together. I'm going to do this one nail for you and get that all done, and then I'll go away and do the others, but just so you can see what I'm doing and how easy it is. And as you can see, I'm just coming in, doing the same as I did with the blue, the light blue with the dark blue, and then a little blob of dark blue right on the base. And that's it, guys. That's it, you're done. So I'm going to go away and I shall be back in a minute when they're all done. Okay, now as you can see, we are nearly there. Just a finishing touch. Now, I wasn't going to add this, but I wanted to copy the whole design that Robin Moses did to prove that I could do it. And she put some little tiny swirls in, which, when I saw them going in, it's like, I'm not sure about that. But they do actually finish the design off. So they don't look as good as hers, because I don't know, I just can't seem to make them look as good. But anyway, we're just going in with my fine detail brush and literally just putting a little curved line in it. Well, it's not a line, is it? It's a curvy thing. You know what I mean. You can see it. Just putting a couple of those in where I think it may need them. So some of them are tiny, some of them are a little bit bigger. It's more where the gaps are, because some of the gaps look a bit too big. So it's sort of just brings the design up a little bit. Where, I mean, it goes up so far, but it just almost brings it round that little bit more. So just going in with a couple of little bits. That's pretty much it. So it's that simple. And I think, if I remember rightly, I come in with my dotting tool now, and to finish it off, I just put a tiny dot at the end of each of those curvy lines. You have to excuse my throat, guys. It's being really dicky today. I haven't spoken to anybody, so I'm a little bit gruff, and it seems to be getting worse as the day's going on. Okay, so that's the finished nails. Now I am going to show you in a second. Look at my grubby hand. I did go over the black swirls with a little bit of gold, if you can see there. It just didn't, it looked quite harsh with the black, so it just took the edge off with the gold, so I think it looks a little bit better. Yes, excuse the grubby thumb. Got dermatitis, I've got to keep it covered to keep all the nasty crap out. But anyway, I'm going to be top coating. So the pinky and the pointer didn't really need it, because obviously it's a top coat that I put on it, but I can't do a set of nails without. If one's got to have a top coat, they've all got to have a top coat, I'm afraid. But it doesn't do any harm. But you'll notice on the ones that have got the design on, the top coat just makes such a massive difference. It just brings it all together and it just looks beautiful. Whereas it still looks a bit iffy without the top coat, and then once that's on, it's like, wow, so good. But guys, please go over and visit Robin Moses' channel. It is fantastic. She has the most beautiful designs, and she does from beginner to more advanced stuff, so there's something there for everyone. So no excuses, but you really have to go. Anyway, popping these in the lamp, and this is the finished nails. I hope you liked them. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already, please subscribe. I would really love that. I need to get these figures up, and thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.